Love God TV, your 24/7 destination for sharing the Word of God with the world. We bring you live broadcasts that illuminate the beauty of the Bible, starting from Genesis and journeying through to Revelation. Each chapter is presented in video format, followed by insightful discussions to explore the deeper meaning of God's message and its relevance to your daily life. At Love God TV, we are committed to enriching your spiritual journey through powerful teachings, uplifting music, and engaging conversations. Whether you're a seeker of truth, a devoted believer, or someone looking to reconnect with God, our platform is designed to inspire, educate, and strengthen your faith. Join us as we grow together in God's love and wisdom, and don't forget to invite your family and friends to experience this transformative journey with us. Let's spread the word and bring light into every home. Together, we can make a difference for His glory.
Welcome to Love God TV. We're thrilled to have you here. Today, we'll be reading from the Holy Bible, covering the entirety of Genesis chapter 1. After the reading, Johnny and Jennifer will discuss the chapter, sharing insights and reflections. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave your comments if you'd like to add to or join in on the conversation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for daily Bible readings. Enjoy the journey with us. God bless you.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called He seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind." And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day.
Hey everyone, and welcome to a deep dive that's, getting right back to the beginning.
Yeah, we're talking origins here. The book of Genesis.
Chapter 1 to be exact.
A text that's been sparking debate and reflection for millennia.
And you know what? It's amazing how relevant this ancient story still is.
Absolutely. Genesis 1, it's foundational.
And on that note, we're not just skimming the surface here.
No, we're diving deep, unearthing those core messages of Genesis 1.
Not just what it says, but what it means for us now.
Exactly. Right here, right now in the 21st century.
So Genesis 1, right out of the gate, it doesn't hold back.
It really doesn't.
I mean, a universe born from the sheer will of God.
Let there be light, and boom, there it is.
No casual cosmic accident here. This is creation with a capital C.
Definitely intentional.
What do you make of this incredible opening act? It's incredible, the sheer audacity of this creation story. Theologians call it creatio ex nihilo, creation from nothing.
Whoa.
But what's really mind-blowing is what this idea implies. If the universe is deliberately created, it's not just a random collection of stuff.
Right.
It means there's intention behind it, maybe even a purpose for it all.
Okay, that's making me think. So if creation wasn't random, if it was deliberate, does that mean everything in it has a specific place, a role to play?
It's interesting, isn't it?
Because Genesis 1 goes on and on about everything being good. Light, good. Darkness, good. Sea monsters, surprisingly, also good.
Right. It's like this affirmation woven throughout the narrative.
It's like God's giving a thumbs up to the entire cosmos.
It's not just a thumbs up. It's a complete shift from other ancient creation myths. Think about it. In many of those stories, creation comes out of chaos, struggle, even violence.
Yeah.
But Genesis flips the script.
Yeah.
Here, creation is inherently good, ordered, and purposeful.
Yeah.
That's a radical idea, even today.
So no cosmic battle royale in this version of events. Got it. But seriously, if everything's inherently good, does that impact how we should view things like, say, environmental responsibility?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If creation is fundamentally good, then our role shifts from just surviving in it to respecting it, even protecting it.
Yeah.
It challenges us to see the inherent value in all parts of the created world, not just the parts we find convenient or profitable.
That's quite a responsibility. And speaking of responsibility, Genesis 1 doesn't just create the world, it creates time itself. Day and night, seasons, years, all in a specific order.
It's setting the stage.
Like setting the stage for a grand play.
I like that.
What's the significance of this emphasis on structured time?
It's fascinating, right? Time isn't just some abstract concept here. It's a deliberate element of creation. This structure isn't arbitrary. It sets the rhythm for human life, for work and rest, for celebrating festivals and marking the passage of years.
So like a cosmic calendar reminding us that we're part of something much bigger.
Exactly. And raises a crucial question. If time is a gift, a deliberate part of this created order, how should that shape how we use it, how we value it?
Oh, wow.
It's something to ponder, especially in our fast-paced world.
Okay, time out for a second. This is a lot to process. We've got a universe spoken into being, everything declared good, and time itself meticulously ordered.
It's a lot.
where do humans even fit into this grand cosmic scheme?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. Because according to Genesis 1, humanity has a very specific role. We're appointed as stewards of creation. Not owners, mind you, but caretakers.
Caretakers, that's a big job. It's like being put in charge of the most important garden ever.
Precisely. And it's a responsibility that's only become more urgent given our current environmental challenges. Genesis 1 reminds us that we're not just here to exploit the earth for our benefit, but to care for it, to preserve its goodness for generations to come.
It's amazing how an ancient text can speak so directly to the issues we face today. But there's another layer to this human story, right? We're not just caretakers, we're created in the image of God. Now, that's a concept that deserves its own deep dive, don't you think?
It really does. The idea of humanity being made in the image of God,
It's a big one.
it is one of the most debated, discussed, and dissected phrases in all of theology.
It's almost like trying to fit the entire universe into a single phrase.
In a way, yes.
Huh.
Because it begs so many questions. What does image even mean in this context? Is it about our physical appearance, our intellectual capabilities, our moral conscience?
Or maybe it's about our relationships,
Oh, interesting.
our ability to connect with each other and with the divine.
That's a powerful point. Many scholars see the image of God as reflecting God's relational nature, our capacity for love, empathy, and community.
Right, and it makes you wonder, if we're all created in this image reflecting something of the divine, shouldn't that change how we treat each other? Shouldn't it demand a certain level of respect and dignity even for those we disagree with?
Absolutely. This concept has profound implications for how we understand human rights, social justice, even our responsibility to care for the vulnerable and marginalized. It challenges us to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the inherent worth in every human being.
It's like a whole philosophy of human interaction is embedded in that one phrase.
And it's not just about interaction.
No.
It's about purpose. Being made in the image of God suggests that we have a unique role to play in the grand narrative of creation.
Like we're not just here to punch a time card, but to contribute to something larger than ourselves.
Exactly. It's about utilizing our God-given gifts, our creativity, our intellect, our compassion to make the world a better place, to reflect the goodness of the Creator back into creation itself.
Okay, so we've established that humans have a pretty important job description. Caretakers, image bearers, purpose-driven beings.
That's a lot.
But then Genesis throws us a curveball. God takes a break. After all that creating, there's a whole day dedicated to rest. It's like the ultimate plot twist. Even God takes a day off.
It's more than just a plot twist. It's a fundamental principle woven into the fabric of creation itself. The Sabbath, this day of rest, it's not just about taking a break from work. It's about recognizing the rhythm of creation, the ebb and flow of exertion and rejuvenation.
Yeah, it almost feels countercultural, especially today. We're constantly bombarded with messages about productivity, achievement, always being on.
Yeah.
Taking a whole day to simply rest, it seems almost radical, doesn't it?
It is radical, in the best sense of the word. It's a counter-narrative to the relentless pursuit of more. The Sabbath reminds us that we're not machines. We're beings created with limits, and honoring those limits is not a weakness, it's an act of wisdom.
So taking a break isn't just about recharging our batteries, it's about aligning ourselves with a deeper rhythm of creation.
Precisely. It's about recognizing that rest is not the absence of activity, but a vital part of a balanced and meaningful life. A life that recognizes the goodness of creation, the dignity of our fellow human beings, and our own inherent limits as creatures.
You know, it's funny how we often approach Genesis 1 as this ancient history lesson. Right.
But it's actually packed with these incredibly relevant insights
It really is.
into the human condition. It's like peeking behind the curtain of existence.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what we find behind that curtain, it isn't just a dry account of how things began, but a framework for understanding
Yeah.
who we are, why we're here, and how we ought to live.
It's less about the mechanics of creation and more about the meaning behind it.
The why.
The why.
Yeah.
We've got this incredible tapestry of ideas.
Yeah.
A universe created with purpose, the inherent goodness of all things, the significance of time,
That's a lot.
our role as caretakers and image bearers, and the importance of rest.
It's almost overwhelming.
It is almost overwhelming, but I think that's part of what makes Genesis 1 so enduringly fascinating.
It really is. It doesn't offer easy answers.
But it does provide a starting point for some of life's biggest questions.
It's like Genesis 1 isn't just the beginning of the story, it's also a map for the journey. It doesn't tell us exactly where to go,
Right.
but it gives us a compass to find our way.
And that compass points us towards a life, well, a life lived in harmony
Yeah.
with creation, with each other, and with ourselves. It's a call to recognize the inherent worth of all things, to act responsibly with the time we've been given, and to find a rhythm of life that honors both our limits and our potential.
So to our listeners, as we wrap up this deep dive into Genesis 1, we hope you walk away not just with a better understanding of this ancient text, but with a renewed sense of wonder about the world around you, your place in it, and the incredible possibilities that unfold when we align ourselves with the rhythms of creation. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.